If you struggle with people pleasing and you find yourself making yourself small or sacrificing what you actually want in order to make other people feel happier, or you're always kind of attuning your behavior to make other people feel happy and pleased, but meanwhile you're sacrificing your own needs and your own desires, and you just feel suffocated and trapped because you're always having to perform or wear this mask or do what everyone else wants you to be, I'm here to tell you it makes so much sense that you ended up developing those tendencies, because as a child, you were probably taught that you have to behave like this or you do not receive love. You have to behave like this or you do not receive acceptance. And a lot of us have attuned ourselves because we felt the need to perform and wear a mask in order to feel acceptance and love, because we were taught that it is not safe to be outside the realm of what other people expect us to be. So we had to actually change our authenticity and show up exactly the way that other people expected us to be or wanted us to be, because if we didn't, we were unsafe. We felt like we would not receive love, we would be punished for our actions, whatever it is, and we had to develop those tendencies as a form of self-protection. And then as we get older, you've built that as a habit, so then you continue to show up in this way. So then when you become older, you realize you're just so unhappy because you've been living this life that everyone else expects you to live, and you've never gotten to live your truth because it feels unsafe to. And then trying to unlearn this is a hard practice, because you have to learn how to stand up for yourself and show up as you want to. And sometimes it just feels so mean to say no to somebody because you've been living your whole life saying yes, even if you don't want to. So it's not natural for you, and you have to train yourself to do it. But the thing that I will say is that when you start to choose yourself, and whether that's through distancing yourself or coming back home to yourself and realizing that you deserve to live the life that you want to live, and let me tell you, you do, you're gonna feel so free, because you've been living your whole life fitting the mold, fitting into the box of what everyone else expects you to be, which is actually so suffocating if you think about it. Like, you never got to show up and do exactly what you want to do because you're constantly worried, you're constantly attuning yourself to the emotions and the behaviors of everyone else, and you're worried so much about what other people are experiencing that you forgot to think about yourself. You've totally abandoned yourself in the process. So when you start to set those boundaries and show up for you and to care more about your feelings than other people for the first time ever, you are going to feel so free and so light, because you're realizing, oh my God, I was suffocated and trapped this whole time in this image of what other people expected of me. And to step outside of that, yes, I will say it is scary the first couple times. But once you allow yourself permission to continue to show up for you instead of self-abandoning, to show up and prioritize what you need first, you are going to feel so free and so light and so happy, and nothing will bring you closer to yourself than deciding and choosing consciously again and again, even if it's hard, that your experience matters most, especially because nobody can choose the way that you live except yourself. You decided out of self-protection that before you were going to attune your behavior for other people. It makes sense. You had to feel safe that way growing up. You didn't know any better. But now, once you start getting older and you start realizing that I don't have to be like that anymore, I'm allowed to do what I want for me. I'm allowed to put myself first. I'm allowed to prioritize my needs first, my own heart. You are going to feel so free and so much more connected to your identity and who you are, and showing up authentically, unapologetically you. And it's going to be the most freeing thing ever. And you deserve to feel free to live your life the way that you want, because no one can do it for you. And you deserve to live your life authentically, because you are you, and your heart matters and your feelings matter, and you deserve to prioritize you.